Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim. Morningside chat. What do I have this morning? McCaffey coffee. Here around this 56-degree morning. On my second cup, I add a little bit more water to try to get it just like McDonald's makes it. They don't use the heavy whipping cream, but I do. Oh my gosh, that's good. McCaffey in the big canister, got it at Walmart. And folks, that's the best cup of coffee I've drank in my life. McCaffey. Premium roast blend. Premium roast blend. It's about 8 a.m. already. Sunday morning, got to keep it down. Just the birds and I out here. I left everything sitting out here last night, and it's kind of warm when you shut it down. It takes a little while for those rocks to cool down. So I just turned the gas on and got back out here. I'm all hugged up next to it because it's a little chilly. I got my chorizo I can make. I am a little hungry, not starving. Trying to decide if I should go walk or make chorizo and eggs. I also have some chicken wings, a packet that I'll put on the old queue there later on. That one propane tank is getting a little low because I really had a nice fire last night, raging it. But I got another bottle in the shed there, so no shortage. Oh, I slept good. And getting up before daylight is my norm. So today I got up and the lights coming in, the skylights, and I'm like, good afternoon. What time is it? It was about a 7:45 when I got up. Nice sleep. Well, I'm looking at my two vehicles over there. First thing I'm thinking about is keep on waxing a little at a time. And let's go around and take a look at the camper and all the running lights. I got to shut those down this morning. Folks at McCaffey, you'll love it. Get that at McDonald's with some heavy whipping cream. That's the best cup of coffee you'll drink in your life. Seriously good. All right, let's turn the camera around and see what we got. First thing we got is a nice fire I hate to walk away from. But got the awning light I got to shut off. These ran all night. All of these. Up top, it really looks cool at night. And it doesn't bother anybody. I mean, they're in their camper, they don't care. Plus people string up, all kinds of lights. They got lights underneath their easy up over there. But I like doing this. It looks really good. And the fire, I just can't brag enough about this because, all that wood and stuff and smoke that gets on you and would annoy the neighbors and that kind of stuff. This is instant on and instant off. So you get the amber lights in the front. And I just love those ones up top. They really pop at night. I can tell already I'm going to go with this gel coat. That Turtle Wax did a real good job at bringing it back. I see like these little oily swirls with that new finish it's got a deoxidizer in it. But let's turn off our V light. That thing is bright at night. And here's the hack. Here's how you turn on those running lights on the camper. you stick you a fuse right in there. Now there's 8 prongs, right? You just touch 2 of them, 2 of the right ones, I guess right across the top of this thing. And just put this back in downward so the water doesn't go in it if it rains. That's what this is for, fits right in there. And you just throw that there. Everything's off. And it doesn't pull from the battery because the battery stays up with the solar up there and the shore power connected. But I see right now this morning, this is the first thing I'm going to want to do is go over this front cap again with the new finished car polish. This area is where the sun hits it the most. Let's get back up around this beautiful fire here. It's Sunday morning, so I don't want to be screaming out here. Even though everybody's a geezer in here, and likely they're up, they don't want to hear somebody out here yapping. I heard somebody talking one day right outside my camper, out in the road out there. I was like, who in the hell? Nah. Yeah, you gotta get one of these little fires. You go by a Buc-ee's, just wheel in there, throw that box in the trunk. Look at that long hose they give you. All you gotta have is a propane, dump the rocks out, and a lighter. And boom, instant fire, instant warmth, ambiance. It's really nice. Another great day to be alive. You know, it's great when you wake up and you feel pretty good. You have good memories from yesterday because you got stuff done. Either you stuck to your diet, or you went to the gym, or you walked a lot, or you had a good meal, you went out on a date, you danced, you heard some music, you did what you wanted to do and you felt good about it and you had a good time, and you carry on the next day with those positive vibes, and you just want to keep on keeping on. And that's what I want to do today. I want to build on it. And I'm going to repeat some of the things today I did yesterday, like the detailing. That's going to take a while, a few more days. But it's all part of the love. It's like when I had my Harley, always rubbing on that thing. And the Q is all cleaned up, ready to go. That thing is staying perfect. It can really cook whatever you want. And not having to cook inside the camper or even an apartment. Some foods, you know, that make smells. Even annoys the neighbors, you know, if you have a upstairs neighbor or downstairs neighbor. But it's just a great experience living like this with the RV. You never forget it. Every morning you wake up, you're like, oh yeah, I'm camping. And the whole city, the whole world is just outside these walls, which I find very cool. Maybe I should just fire myself from all these other ideas and put some beach chairs in the back of the Super Crusher there and head on over to Toledo. It's gonna be a great day. I think the high of 78 and a low of 57 tonight. Definitely gonna crush the fire. I got plenty of propane, gonna repeat it. I read one of your comments this morning about, hey, what happened to the memory lane? Here's what happened. No, I didn't forget. I still got my memory. I started talking about it, and I wrote notes on paper. And it was a rough sketch. Some of the notes that I got to later were kind of, should have been connected to the first part of the notes. I had like 3 or 4 papers. And I went through them, and I was so much all over the wall. It was not very natural, and it wasn't going good. And I had, when I thought of these things the other day to talk about them, I wanted to elaborate on some of them a little longer about the characters or whatever it was I was going to talk about. And I pretty much just sort of read notes that were kind of back and forth, and it was a little canny. So I said, that's not very nice. It's just kind of reading stuff, and I prefer to just be more natural. So as they come to my mind, this evening maybe, we'll bring up some, because I have them in here, some of those shows. What started it all was, I was thinking the other day about dialing for dollars. I remember that show. You got money, I guess. They called you up if you were watching the movie that day in the afternoon. They would just take numbers, I guess, from the phone book. Remember the phone book? People used to be listed. Nobody had cell phones. So they'd look you up and then give you a call and ask you if you were watching. Maybe they had some numbers that you could repeat, or a phrase. I forgot what it was. But people would be right there. They'd answer that phone. They'd give you 5 rings, I think, or something like that. And then they'd hang up. And we would just sit there and anticipate a winner, you know? Things were so simple in those days. Man, this thing is, the wind gets a little bit and blows at 58,000 BTUs on me. And this thing could be a lifesaver out here if you were freezing. What makes it nice is if I take my awning and extend it, it makes you feel cozy here. It's like you have a roof over your head. It really changes it. And right now there's no wind. I could have it out. I should have deployed it. But I'm in the shade already, as you can see. Oh, how about the moon last night? Oh, let me tell you how it works, okay? When the moon is full, it's up before dark. And then the next day, it comes up around dark. And then about the 3rd day of the full moon, before we start to lose it, it'll be dark for an hour. And you'll say, well, where's the moon at? And then all of a sudden, here she comes. It's pitch black. And it starts to rise, and I know the direction it comes. And it is a huge ball that comes up. It's very orange. It's really amazing. It looks like it's right off the earth. And then about an hour later, as it gets up a little higher, it'll get smaller and whiter until eventually it's like a light bulb up there. But I like the full moon after it's been full for like 2 days, where it comes up after it's been dark for about an hour. So look for that tonight, and you can Google it and find out what time the moon rises, and then this evening go out and look for it in the direction of where it will come up. And it's as cool as the sunset, the moon rise. It's really bitchin'. So I hope you can see that tonight. And I'm going to have to get over to Lido. That's the closest beach for me. And do a sunset for you guys. Take a couple chairs, sit on the sand. No doubt there'll be others over there, because it's kind of a cool thing to do, especially people that live on Lido or in Longboat Key or whatever, or people that are visiting for the evening, tourists or whatever. There won't be any shortage of people on the beach watching the sunset. Because we get a beautiful sunset here because we're on the West Coast, baby. West Coast of Florida. So like I say, not only am I not up in the Georgia mountains or Kentucky or one of these other beautiful places in our country, I'm in the Mecca. I'm in South Florida in a campground that has an amazing deal and amazing people that are here, year round. And then others that'll take off and be heading out of here any day now. Oh yeah, it's that time of the morning. They come out. Those dogs have got to be walked. They got to be walked 3 times a day. I was talking about dogs yesterday with the guy, Mr. Sean, very nice guy that bought my lithium battery. he said that he has a Shih Tzu. Is that how you say it? Oh, but his little doggy wasn't much of a traveler, he said. Likes to go with him and everything, but not really good in the car. And he figured from coming around the Tampa area down here, and then he wanted to go hit Costco for some stuff after he met with me. He made it a multi-visit thing. That it might be a little much for his doggy. So I didn't get to meet it. I think it's a her, but he loves her and keeps him company and stuff. And maybe one day, we were both talking about that, and I'm more of a medium to large dog, probably kind of a person. Well, who doesn't like a little small lap dog, or, you know, for RV living? But I do like, I wouldn't say a large dog, I would say a medium dog. You know, I like those Australian Shepherds, or what's that other one that's like they're in the same breed? Australian Shepherd, and there's a guy on YouTube that's got one that's so smart. He goes camping all the time. He's over in New Zealand, and he does camping equipment reviews. And I think he actually got another dog. Last time I watched him, it's been a while. So he has two. But Australian Shepherd and Border Collie. Those are the two. They're kind of like the same, right? The same but different. So that's an interesting breed to me. One of them has a different color eye, I think. But they're also a little more, can be a little more protective, you know, than a little Chihuahua. Although I don't want to be attacked by any dog. I think a medium dog, though, would give you some good protection. They can hear everything, too. Nobody gonna sneak up on you when you got a dog. Yeah, you get the good warning. Well, I think it's about time for another cup of that McAfee. Oh, what a nice morning. You know, I keep saying it because you have no idea, maybe you do. June, July, and August, 24 hours a day. The air conditioning never stops. It's hot, it's humid. You walk out here at 3 in the morning, it is just, you just start to sweat. And with all the pluses we have of living in Florida, the beauty, the beaches, it changes. It changes in that summertime. That's the last thing you're going to be hugged up to. Well, I got 2.5 of the big Sam's bottles. They're 20 ounces in those water bottles, that water I bought. I put 2 1/3 in the pot. I got that nice big pot now. Because I knew I would be drinking a lot of it this morning. I've had 2 cups. I'm going to go in there now and get a 3rd cup and put some more of that heavy whipping cream to it. And I guess prepare to get out here and maybe go to the park and walk some more. I'm going to get my 10,000 steps in. I have not been to my gym. I'm a bad boy. Every day I say I'm going to go, but I keep going to doctors in the middle of the day. I start waxing on vehicles. Something gets distracted. But I am doing the walking and portion control. That's the... And you can always, if you've been slacking, just get back up on the horse. Just keep doing what you can do. Keep crushing it.